prepared, but we weren't prepared for a catastrophe, is what they're calling it down here. It's going to be a disaster, I think.
Some Western New Yorkers decided to brave Hurricane Irma, staying in their Florida homes. They tell us tonight winds are picking up and it's only expected to get worse. News 4's Shannon Smith spoke with 3 families tonight. She continues our team coverage. Shannon?
Cal and I caught up with several people who now live in Florida and decided not to evacuate, but they tell me there is a curfew in certain areas tonight. Many people say they just didn't want to get stuck in traffic on the roads, but now they're growing more and more anxious as Hurricane Irma is headed right towards their areas.
As winds pick up in parts of Florida, so are the fears of many people who chose to stay behind.
When you're not used to anything like this, you've never even seen this before besides on TV, it's got all our nerve shot, really.
I caught up with Matthew Marecki via Skype. He lives in Cape Coral near Fort Myers and says he's nervous about flooding. The storm surge in that area is expected to be more than 7 feet of water.
You can't run away from the water.
Marecki says the eye of the storm is heading right towards them. Some people have evacuated.
Everybody's houses literally look like this. I mean, everything's all boarded up, shacked up. It's just like it's like a ghost town.
Marecki isn't the only one riding out the storm.
And everybody was just scrambling, and at first it wasn't supposed to be that bad, and you know, it just got to the point where there was no sense of going.
Cheryl Eden lives in Tavares, just north of Orlando, and says she's prepared her home as best she can.
It's a little hard on your nerves after a while because you get all your preparations done and everything's, you know, you're just sitting here waiting now and waiting.
The storm has already torn through the U.S. Virgin Islands like St. Martin, where Western New Yorkers Sherry Cruz and Chris Mazzaros have been trapped over the last few days. Luckily, Nicole Bilson says her mother Sherry and her mother's boyfriend Chris just made it off the island Saturday morning. A U.S. military plane flew them out along with several other people.
Hearing my mother's voice, and she's like, we're in Puerto Rico, we're safe, we're off the island. That was amazing.
Western New Yorkers tell me they have enough supplies to last a few days, like water and generators, but now they're just waiting and embracing for Irma to hit. And I did just hear back from Matthew Marecki. He just texted me saying that the winds have picked up a lot more since we last talked, and he said that there is a flood warning right now in his area. Live in the studio, Shannon Smith, News 4 at 11.
Thank you.